UFC 302 is this weekend, and today we're going to be talking about the highly anticipated co-main event 5-round matchup between former middleweight champion Sean Strickland and former middleweight title challenger Paulo Costa. So stick around to hear my thoughts and official prediction for Strickland versus Costa at UFC 302. I'm Wyatt, and this is Fight Society. Alrighty guys, so we have a highly anticipated co-main event. The main event is amazing. Great fight, super excited for that. But we also do have potentially a title eliminator fight, number one contenders fight even, at middleweight for the co-main event, 5-round fight between Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa. The middleweight title picture is looking pretty great right now, to be honest. We have Izzy and DDP looking to happen at UFC 305 in Australia, August 17th. The potential number one contenders are the winner of this fight, which is Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa, or the winner of Robert Whittaker and Khamzat Chimaev in about 3 weeks' time in Saudi Arabia. I think that the UFC wants the title fight, in my opinion, to be Izzy against Khamzat later this year. I think that's what the UFC wants to happen. But obviously, you know, plans go astray, and not every UFC plan goes exactly as they want it to. So Sean Strickland, coming off of his loss to DDP at UFC 297 earlier this year via a very close split decision loss that some people say was a robbery. I didn't see it that way, but the fight could have gone either way. Paulo Costa is coming off of a decision loss to Robert Whittaker at UFC 298. So these guys have had about the same amount of recovery time. They fought about 2 or 3 weeks apart earlier this year. And here they are co-main eventing on about 6 weeks notice. I think it got announced at UFC 300 post press conference, which was about 6 weeks ago. About 6 weeks notice, 5-round co-main event. They probably threw a number one contender promise in there. But this is an amazing matchup. Great middleweight fight, and I'm super pumped for this one. I'm almost as excited for this one as I am for the main event. Sean Strickland, obviously, with his pitter-patter boxing style, he doesn't crack necessarily, even though he dropped Izzy. He doesn't crack like some of the other middleweights. He doesn't hit as hard as DDP. He doesn't hit, even Israel Adesanya KO'd Alex Pereira. He doesn't have insane KO power for middleweight. And frankly, neither does Paulo Costa. A lot of people talk about Paulo Costa being this eraser with huge power, but he doesn't have almost any finishes. I think his last TKO was 6 years ago. I think it was Uriah Hall in 2018. And since then, he's had decision wins. He was in there in the pocket swinging with glass chin Luke Rockhold, 40-year-old Luke Rockhold, and couldn't KO him. Went to a decision with Luke Rockhold. He landed a full force wheel kick on Robert Whittaker's chin, made him chicken dance a little bit, but didn't KO him. I just think that Paulo Costa's power is severely overrated. I think people are starting to see that a little bit more often now, or see that a little bit more clearly now. Sean Strickland obviously does not have insane knockout power, but his forward pressure, his consistent in-your-face style of teeps and ones and twos, jab, teep, teep, jab, cross, that style, it becomes very overwhelming for people, and it makes it where he can either gas guys out or he can slowly pull away as the rounds go by, which is going to play into his favor in a 5-round matchup here. As for Paulo Costa, he does have that stalking forward pressure style that can give Sean Strickland problems. Sean Strickland's a minus 200 favorite. I think that's pretty fair. I think that Sean Strickland has the advantage. Paulo Costa has proven to have actually a pretty good gas tank. He went a full 3 rounds at altitude with Luke Rockhold. He went a full 3 rounds with Rob Whittaker. I don't know what his 5-round gas tank looks like. His last 5-round fight he lost was a loss to Marvin Vettori. And now here he is going up against like the 5-round king in Sean Strickland, where he will just coast with pointing you round after round to a 50-49 or a 50-45, 49-46 decision. Not really chasing the finish ever. It comes sometimes. It almost came against Izzy. It came against Abus Magomedov, but he gasses out, so it's not like the most impressive finish, but he doesn't chase the finish. He cruises to decisions. And Sean Strickland does struggle when people put him on the back foot. We saw when Abus Magomedov was putting the pressure on Sean Strickland. In round 1, he gave Sean some serious problems, but the reach advantage for Abus Magomedov was considerable over Sean Strickland, whereas Paulo Costa has very short arms, and although he has great grappling that could give Sean Strickland problems, he basically doesn't use it. It's a backup. It's a nothing. It's a nothing attribute for him most of the time because he's not going to shoot double legs. He's not going to try to submit somebody. Look, guys, this is a tough matchup to pick, but 5 rounds, Sean Strickland's world. That's what I think. And I think Paulo Costa is going to come out hard, fade in the second round, and then lose by decision or get TKO'd late in the 4th or 5th. I think he's going to come out hard, try to put Sean Strickland away early. Sean Strickland's going to weather the storm. And once Paulo Costa is out of gas in the 2nd or 3rd round, Strickland is just going to start piling that pressure on, pointing away, chipping away. Maybe he gets a finish due to like essentially exhaustion where he can piece Paulo Costa up against the fence. But I think that the first round, maybe first round and a half, Paulo Costa is going to be on the front foot, looking to put Sean Strickland up against the fence and unload big shots. But Sean Strickland's going to weather the storm. Paulo Costa is going to run out of gas, and Sean Strickland is going to reverse that momentum, and Sean Strickland is going to be on the front foot for rounds 3, 4, and 5 and lead to a 48-47 decision or a late round stoppage where Paulo Costa is essentially too exhausted to defend himself anymore. So that's my official prediction for UFC 302 co-main event, Strickland versus Costa, is that Sean Strickland is going to win a 49-46 decision or a 48-47 decision. I could see a late round stoppage, but I think Sean Strickland gets it done by decision, 3 rounds to 2, 4 rounds to 1 after Paulo Costa wins the first. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below. You know, I hate on Sean Strickland a lot. He drives me fucking nuts. I hate listening to him talk. And that's not even on some political shit. I just think he's a dumbass. But I got to be objective. I think he's going to win this fight. Sean Strickland going to win, fight the winner of DDP and Izzy if they don't give it to Khamzat. I think that if Whitaker beats Khamzat, he does not get a title shot. He's lost to DDP and he's lost to Izzy. So I think that Whitaker versus Khamzat is a #1 contender fight for Khamzat. I don't think it's a #1 contender fight for Rob Whitaker. So if Khamzat wins against Whitaker, he'll fight DDP or Izzy for the belt later this year. If Sean Strickland, or if he loses, Sean Strickland will get a title shot against DDP or Izzy. 2 rematches that people are willing to see. So that's my official prediction. Sean Strickland by decision over Paulo Costa at UFC 302. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you want access to extra content aside from my regular videos, click the link in the description down below to become a channel member and get access to members-only live streams and other bonus perks. Or click the join button on our channel homepage. And if you're interested in some non-MMA content from me, check out my weekly podcast, the Hissyfit podcast, and check out my personal channel, Wyatt's World. I'll have them both linked in the description down below. Go watch this suggested video, and I'll see you next time.